A Philadelphia judge on Monday sentenced the rapper Meek Mill to 2 to 4 years in prison. A lawyer for the rapper Meek Mill has accused a Philadelphia judge of inappropriate and vindictive behavior toward his client after she sentenced the rapper this week to 2 to 4 years in prison for probation violations. Judge Jennings E. Brickley, who has overseen Meek Mill's case since he was known by his given name Robert Rameek Williams, scolded the rapper in court on Monday for the violations, which stemmed from a 2008 conviction. So that tell you right there, he been on probation since 2008. That's over. This is 2017. That's 9 years of probation. Me personally, what idiot would take that kind of probation knowing what you trying to get done and get going on in your life? You've been on probation since 2008. That's a long time. I gave you a break after break and you basically just thumbed your nose at this court, she said. The rapper, a 30-year-old Philadelphia native, was convicted in 2008 on charges related to the possession of guns and drugs and served 8 months in prison. He was then placed on probation for 5 years, a period that has been extended several times. So with that means he must have been doing what's right. That's why they steady extended his sentence. You know what I mean? Because you took 5 years probation in 2008. You supposed to be on probation in 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You supposed to be on probation in 2013. But since he been continuing to fuck up, that's why the judge continued to extend his probation period. Because he steady fucking up. The violation include 2 arrests in the past year. The first for a fight at a St. Louis airport, and the second for reckless driving while filming a music video in New York City. Charges was dropped in the first case, and the rapper took a dismissal deal in the second. Now I don't know nothing about the Philadelphia law, but in Florida, you on probation. Just that fight alone would have violated your probation. Just the charge alone, whatever they, let me see. The first for a fight at a St. Louis airport. That there, even if the charge, I know it says the charge was dropped, but that just because you was charged and had a situation with the police being involved would have been enough for the probation officer to violate your probation right there in Florida. Because you just violated with a new charge. Even though it was dropped, regardless of whether it's dropped or not, that's enough for Florida to violate your probation. And then the second charge, reckless driving while filming a music video in New York City. Oh, the charge was dropped on that. No, he took let me see, charges was dropped in the first case and the rapper took a dismissal deal in the second. Just them 2 violations was enough for them to give you time right there in Florida. But I guess Philadelphia got different laws. The judge also cited that the rapper's repeated scheduling of concerts in areas where she had banned him from performing. Now, me personally, that's the only part of this whole situation that I agree with. Because I'm not finna let no kind of probation, no nothing stop me from making a check. Especially the kind of money Meek Mill making from rapping. I would have did the same thing. Or I would have contacted my probation officer early enough in advance for me to get permission to go to these concerts, to do these concerts. And then if me following all the guidelines and it was still denied, then yeah, I'm sorry, Judge, I gotta go get this check. I'll take whatever consequences you got in store for me, but I gotta go get this money. The money come first. Especially you making the kind of money he making 6 figures and shit from doing concerts. Yeah. Sorry, Judge, I can't listen on this one. You know what I mean? That's the only part so far that I understand. In a phone interview Tuesday, a lawyer for Meek Mill said that the judge had behaved inappropriately over the course of the case, saying, for example, that the judge had requested that the rapper include her name in his song and had given him unsolicited advice on who should manage him. I mean, the judge can give you any kind of advice you want, but if you're not open to taking that advice, then hey, she just basically throwing out hot air for nothing. Now, why she asked him to do a song? What is that? Why she has to do a song with giving her props or including her name in the song? I can't mind understand that or explain that, but hey, I'm pretty sure she did it for a reason. I guess she want to let the world know I don't play. This the judge that don't play right here. Jailbreaker did not respond to multiple messages requesting comment. I wouldn't either. I'm doing my job. I'm on the oath. Has a job to do. No. Once I make my final decision, that's final. Once that ground hit the thing, it's final. You know what I mean? The rapper legal team would appeal the ruling. Yeah, if you think you got a chance to fight it and get off, get off. This is the second time that Meek Mill has been sent to prison for parole violations related to the 2008 conviction. Also, I know they saying parole violation, then some parts of the article saying probation violation. Which is it a probation or is it a parole? Because probation, either way, those are new charges that he violated with. Only one's attack is breaking the rule when she didn't give him permission to go to the concerts. You know what I'm saying? Conviction. In July 2014, about a year after Judge Brinker ordered him to take classes, he was jailed for 5 months, again for performing out of state without permission. He told Billboard that he spent much of that time in solitary confinement. Hey, that would come with it. So that means, that part was protective custody for him. The judge's ruling Monday came after a prosecutor and probation officer had recommended against prison time. That's the thing. State and the probation officer can recommend whatever they want, but it's up to that judge to make the final decision. If the judge don't agree with what the probation officer or the state is offering, the judge don't have to agree with it. There's no law that says the judge has to agree with whatever the probation officer and the state say. Her decision set all protesters from many of the rapper's prominent supporters. On Facebook, Jay-Z called the sentence unjust and heavy-handed. Meek Mill is assigned to Roc Nation, the entertainment company founded by Jay-Z. I don't feel it was underhanded and injustice, heavy-handed and injustice. I mean, he did wrong. You violated how many times? How many times you gonna violate? You caught a new charge with the what was it? You caught a new charge with a fight. You caught a new charge with a reckless driving. Come on, man. Come on. I can understand going to do show that you didn't have permission to do, but hey, money come first. The repercussions from the 2008 convention have cast a shadow over what has otherwise been a successful career for Meek Mill. Hey, choices. The choice he made in 2008 with catching that conviction, with getting that conviction, would lead to all this. It's a big domino effect. You caught that charge. Hey, you do the crime, you gotta do the crime. You do the time, you do the crime, you gotta do the time. An energetic, somewhat old-fashioned gangster rapper known for his work ethic. His third studio album, Wins and Losses, made its debut at number 3 on Billboard album chart in August. And here it is, 90 days later, and you in prison again. You out, you can't reap none of the benefits of your album making number 3 on the Billboard chart. Damn, bro. All I gotta say on that, man, be thankful that you went in Florida, because Florida has a zero tolerance for parole or probation violation. Florida has zero tolerance, especially on that parole. When I did my 2.5 years, I seen a lot of people go home on that parole, and within 6 months, they right back at that same prison that they got released from, looking stupid. Oh man, I got the chance to get some young 19, 21-year-old pussy, so they content. Really? Now you got to do another 5-6 years over you being stupid. All I can tell you, my best piece of advice I can give you, Meek Mill, get your heads in them books. Get your head in them books, man. Fuck, I ain't talking about urban books. You know, gangster story, I'm talking about books that gonna put knowledge, wisdom, and understanding in your head. I don't know what your religion is. Pick up that Bible, man. Pray for understanding for everything that you don't understand in that Bible. You know what I mean? Map out a plan to do things different now. Put your bounce back plan should have started the day you went in. The day you went in, that's when your bounce back plan should have started. Because you finna lose a lot of benefits from your album making number 3 on Billboard's chart. That's a lot you could have built on right there. That's a lot right there you lost. So you gotta bounce back from all that. I know you got money and all that, but control that big headedness, man. That's what wrong with black folks. We get successful and get ahead and get too comfortable. So start allowing yourself to get comfortable and seize every moment to succeed, man. So come home wiser, come home with more knowledge, come home with more self-control and more ability to think before you react. I'm gonna say that again. Come home with more ability to think before you take action. You know what I'm saying? Because you at that turning point, you 30 years old now. So that means you should be thinking a lot wiser than what you was in your younger days. So if you got to sit in there and do that whole bid, because it say 2 to 4 years. So does that, I'm trying to figure out, does that mean you're going to serve 2 years or whatever your percentage is in Philadelphia and then do the other 2 on parole? Because if that's the case, Meek, go ahead and lay down. Go in and lay down and ride out and do all of that where you come a free man, no strings attached until if you catch another charge. That's the only way you get back in the system is you catch another charge. Because that's what I did in my situation. I'm giving you advice that I took. I violated 4-year paper, and I violated with nothing but text. No new charge, nothing but text. Not paying my court dues, not paying the fees for my classes. You know what I mean? I violated with text. I missed a check-in. Those are 3 texts that I violated 4-year paper with. And the public defenders and the state, they offer was to reinstate my probation. I told that public defender, like, what, hell, motherfucker, no, give me my time. Give me my time. I ain't got nowhere to stay when I get out this time around. I have no job to go home to. Give me my time so that way I can move forward with my life forever until the day I die. The public defender looked at me like I was stupid when I said that. I went back to the cell. They called my name. I came in front of the judge. Judge say, you violated with 3 texts. Name the text one by one. I'm going to reinstate your probation. I'm waiting. The public defender sent as a judge going through the paperwork saying what she had to say. I look at the public defender. You ain't going to speak up? He had to look at the face like he wanted to speak up, but he was scared to. When he spoke and said, Your Honor, we want to terminate the probation and take the minimum DOC sentence possible. I swear to God, right then and there in that courtroom, it felt like everybody just stopped everything they doing and looked right up at me. If somebody would have dropped a paperclip on the floor, we would have heard it all through the courtroom. That's how quiet it was. Like they all looking at me like, you wouldn't take DOC, go to prison, then go back home to probation. You motherfucking right. And then the judge asked, why? Why? Are you thinking level-headed? Why do you rather take DOC time than go home? And I told her, ma'am, I've been in jail 30 days. I have nowhere to stay now. I have no money. My court calls are still behind. My classes, my anger management classes are still behind. My probation fees are behind. That's stuff that I got to catch up with no job coming home to. I'd rather go to prison, take this little vacation, get my head back together, and come back home a free man with no strings attached. That's when I came home. That's when I went to DOC. So, Meek, that's my advice to you, man. Get all that time over. That way you come a clean man with no strings over your head. Also, the second piece of advice I would give you, or another piece of advice I would give you is think about moving out of Philadelphia. Cause you get out and put another hit song out or get back on and get doing good again, the police still gonna fuck with you. They still gonna profile you. You know what I'm saying? So I advise you get out of Philadelphia, man. Move to the south or something. Move somewhere else other than your state or areas that you known in. Move somewhere else, man. That's the best piece of advice for you.